Hello my friends, welcome to Bookla's channel. Today we are building a simple holiday house booking system with Bookla and Framer, inspired by our most loyal and undead client, Count Vladmar.
Ah, Igor, my favorite human tech wizard. I need your help, Pi. I want to rent out my entire castle weekly, from Saturday to Saturday. Could you record a little tutorial for such a powerful use case? Make it quick, my friend. Guests are arriving before midnight.
Okay, you heard the Count, so let's make sure that his castle will be fully booked until Halloween. Let's get started. Alright, we are in Bookla, and for this tutorial I created a new company called Bed and Byte, and it's empty at the moment, so we don't have any resources, services or bookings. And now let's start with creating a resource. So basically our house or castle will be our resource that we gonna rent. So just click a new resource and let's call it castle. Create. And now we have, for example, working hours, closing periods and metadata, but for long-term booking we don't need to touch anything here, so only the closing periods. For example, if your villa or house is not available for some period, you can close the availability by creating a closing period. And now let's go to services and create a new service. Let's click new service and let's call it castle rental. Click next, and here we need to select the days type because we're gonna rent it for multiple days, so basically weekly. Click next. So the booking policy, for example, if you don't need a prepayment, you can leave it instant booking, or for example you can choose needs confirmation or needs a prepayment. But for this tutorial let's just keep instant booking. So the check-in time, let's say it's at 3 p.m. and checkout time at 11 a.m. Looks good. Click create. And now we need to link our castle with the service. Click link, selecting castle and linking. So basically that tells our system that castle basically can be booked within this service. Now let's go to pricing. Let's set the currency, for example US dollar or euro, or there is like a bunch of different currencies. Let's use euro, for example. Click save and click add price rule, and here the price is set per day. So for example, if we're gonna put 100 euro, so the price will be 100 euro per day. You can precise, for example, the price depending on the days of the week. For example, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday will be 100 euro. Then you create this price rule, and then you're creating another price rule for Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and for example it will be 150. But for simplicity let's just keep it 100, like all days, and just click create. Okay, now we have a price rule set up, and for example we can check if it works. Just click preview button here, and for the resource you can select castle, but we have only one resource, so that it doesn't matter. And let's choose, for example, from 27th till the 2nd, and we see that it's 6 days, like 6 nights, and the price is 600 euro. So for example for weekly it should be like from Sunday till Sunday. And as we see, so it's 7 days and 1 hour basically, because we're switching to winter time. So that's why it shows here as 7 days and 1 hour. But for example, if we choose from 2nd till 9th, so it shows 7 days. So here everything works correct. We don't need to do anything else here. So now let's go to Framer and connect our booking system to Framer. Alright, I'm in Framer, and for this tutorial I created an empty project where we're gonna put our booking component. But first of all, I would like to try the new feature that Framer presented not so long time ago, the Wireframer. So basically it will generate the structure of the website using AI. And to do that, we can click the plus button here, select the Wireframer, and here we need to write the prompt. For example, please create a landing page for antique castle rental. And bookings should be on weekly basis. Let's wait a little bit and it should start creating the landing page. So let's wait a little bit. Alright, Framer AI tool says that the landing page is created and we can just check how it looks. So yeah, basically it just created the wireframes and also it adapted to tablet and phone. So that's quite interesting. And also the wireframe design looks quite cool. So basically a rich heritage like the signature, and yeah, basically you can use this tool just to, for example, generate like the basic structure of your page, and then you can do the design. So for us it's enough, and for example we can use this container to add our booking component. And now we need to get the booking component for weekly rentals. Some time ago we created a repository in GitHub where you can get the source code of different components that work with our API and use it in your Framer project. So let's go to the GitHub. And here we have booking components repository, and at the moment we have like different components that you can use on your website, and you can get the source code, you can modify it, you can use it as a prompt for AI and, for example, change anything you want. But the main idea is basically to have the different components with the logics, how it works with Bookla API, and you can use it as a base. And here we have a villa rental component that looks like that. So here is like weekly, like different weeks, for example in October, November, and it shows which weeks are available and which are not available. To get this component you need to open the component code here and click copy file here. And now we can go to Framer. Let's close the Wireframer, and also let's close this plus section and go to assets. And now here in the code section just click plus and new code file. Let's call it villa booking component. Click create, and we need replace the code of this default component to our code. Here it is. Just click save, go home, and now we can drag and drop this component right here. So let's delete this one. So by default it shows the error that booking config is not set up, because you need to enter API key, company, service, and resource ID. To do that, let's do it one by one. Basically, in the right panel of the component settings, just go down, and in Bookla settings right here, you need to select the region. So it's EU or US. For our tutorial we are using EU. So to find out which Bookla region you are using, just go to the Bookla platform and you will see here the region where you are registered. And the API key, let's generate the new one. Let's go to developer section, API keys, and create the key. Let's call it Villa key. And for Framer, we need to select only these 3 permissions. So basically to get the service, resource information, and also to create a guest client booking. Click create, and now we need to copy this API key and go to Framer. Paste the API key here, and now we need the company ID. For that, let's go back to Bookla platform and click on our company here, and here is the ID. Click ID, go back and paste it here. Now close it, and we need to enter service ID and resource ID. Let's go back to Bookla, go to services, here is a pre-selected service, and click the ID. So now we can paste it here, and the resource ID is the same. Go to the resources and copy the ID here. Go back and put the resource ID here. And the component has reloaded. And as we see, so it's a bit bigger than our section, because we need to change the layout of this component, how it's laid out inside the section. So first of all, we need to check the type, the height is fit, and the width should be fill here. And the parent section, the position should not be fixed, it should fit the content. So, and right now we see that our component is adjusted, and if we click preview button, so we can see that the component is showing, and by default we see 3 months, October, November, December, and we also see that some weeks are not available because they are in the past, and the new weeks from Sunday 26th of October till 2nd of November, from November 2nd till November 9th, and so on. And you can just select, for example, 1 week to book, or you can even select like multiple weeks if you need to book, for example, for 3 weeks. And if we scroll down, we see that, all right, so we need to pay for 3 weeks, and in total it's 2,100 euro. And if we click continue, we see the model pop up where we need to enter first name, last name, and email, and just finish the booking. So let's go back, and I will briefly explain what kind of settings we have for this component, but you can also research by yourself by reading the GitHub page right here. It has the explanation for all the parameters that are presented and what they do, what kind of data you can put there. So basically you can just read it and then use this knowledge. So let's go back to Framer, and let's just go through a few settings. For example, we can so we need to select the Villa booking component here, and here we can, for example, change the primary color to be like red, for example, and the background we can also change, for example, to be something, I don't know, like this. And yeah, and you can also modify the button background color, button text. Also, you can change the locale. For example, you can write Spanish one, and all the names of months, all the dates, and also the currency will be formatted according to this locale. So you just you can use like the same locale which are available in the browser. So, but let's use English. And now, for example, we want to show only 1 month, the current month, so it will look like this. Or, for example, we can show 2 months maximum. So this will display 2 months, like October and November. So then you can also change the duration. So by default it's weekly, but you can also change it to days. And then you need to select the start day, for example, Monday, and base length, for example, like 4 days, and it will show all the periods available from Monday till Friday, for example, because I don't know, maybe you don't want to rent the house for weekends, or the opposite. For example, you starting with Thursday and like the length is free. So, oh no, maybe like from Friday. So yeah, basically you are renting it for the weekends, and then like from Friday till Monday people can book this like resource, or basically your house. But let's switch back to weeks here and go next. So Bookla settings we already done that. So weekly hint, so you can just rename it, for example, like 1 week. And you see, so this text will be used here. So for example, you can localize it and just write in other language. So also the design section here, so for different like gaps, card radius, borders, etc. Also the stripe colors. So for example, you can also modify how it looks. Also, I don't know, maybe like here like 16, for example. Yeah, so you can play with these parameters and just make it look and feel how your website. And yeah, you have like a lot of possibilities here. And now form text. So this is like the text for the form where a user enters the details. So then the custom form. So we already have other tutorial how to create custom form. So basically you can create additional fields with different types and just send this information when the customer making a booking. So I will leave a link to the tutorial where I explain how to create this custom form. Then we have show terms and conditions. So for example, if we enable it and click preview, let's select 1 month, 1 week, and as you see, so the accept terms and conditions is shown here. So if you don't need it, for example, so you can just disable it and it will not be shown. Okay, let's go back. Now let's routes. So here, for example, you can set up the page for when the booking is confirmed, like automatically. For example, you used the strategy of the booking, like instant booking. So then after the booking, the person will be redirected to this confirmed page. So you can just select the page of your Framer website. And the same for pending. For example, if you're using the payments, then person will be redirected to success URL that you define when you are connecting the payment provider in Bookla. Okay, now the model representation. So, for example, by default, the model pop-up where client needs to enter the details, it shows like above the container. But you can use the full screen button, and if you click preview, and let's just, for example, select Sunday, click continue, and you see the model page will be displayed above like the whole content of your website. So that's why you can define like how you want to display this model pop-up. Okay, let's go back. And UI text, so here you can just change all the texts in this component. You can localize them to other languages, so yeah, feel free to change them as you need. So also, for example, we see that this component, let's just try how it looks on different sizes. So let's so here it's the tablet. As you see, it displays 2 items per row. And if we switch to the phone, so you see that the design is basically adjusted to the phone. And you see only 1 item per row. And for example, you can open the next month, you can just select and click continue. So you see, yeah, the design is optimized for different resolutions, and you can use it straight away. And now let's try to make a booking and see how it looks. But first of all, we need to create a confirmation page. Just click new page. Let's call it confirmed. And here, for example, we can just add some Lottie animation. For example, thank you. Okay, here is the insert to our page. Yeah, just drag and drop here. All right, here we go. Go back to our home page, select the component, and here in routes, we need to select our confirmed page. Okay, got it. Now let's just preview and let's try to make a booking. Let's select the first date, click continue, first name, I accept, and book now. And we are redirected to thank you page. So the booking is made. Now let's check in Bookla how it looks. Let's go to Bookla platform. Let's go to the booking section. So we need to switch to timeline view because, for example, this standard calendar view for long-term booking, it doesn't work really well. So we can switch to week view or, for example, like to month view. Okay, in month view we will see. But I would prefer to use the timeline view here because we can switch to the month view. And for example, here we can see like the period where we have the booking like by dates, and for example if we have multiple resources, so we can see it quite nicely. And for example we can even select the custom date range, let's say till December 29th, apply, and we see here the timeline, and we see that we have 1 booking, so basically 26 till, yeah, it's just all right. Let's just change the smaller range. Okay, apply, and here, yeah, we see that the booking is until 11 a.m. and we can click and see the booking itself. So from October 26th till November 2nd. And here is the client information. Yeah, the client information is correct. The price, created date. So yeah, everything is working great. You can edit the reservation or you can delete it from here, but yeah, that's another story. And that's it. So we created basically the simple booking system in Bookla. We added component in Framer, we connected everything, we made a booking, and yeah, everything works. You see, that wasn't scary at all. Making a booking system with Bookla and Framer is very easy, and even the vampire can do that. So, thank you for watching, happy Halloween, and see you on the next one. Bye bye!